Hi, so this is intended to be both a tutorial video of how to import from Streamlabs to StreamElements, and also one major gripe that I think causes a lot of people to never make the conversion to StreamElements. So what that is one of the reasons I admittedly have been using Streamlabs more often, and had a couple discussions with people where they also use it specifically for this feature. And what that feature is the ability to, in the source, you can right click the source, and within the properties, you can more easily immediately edit the overlay settings. So within the source, you can right click it. You can then hit properties and edit the overlay settings from the source properties. And that is the feature that I know of that is one of the biggest causes for people to just use Streamlabs more often. And as you can see, if you've imported into StreamElements, I'm not aware of a way to do it, but if you right click the source properties, it just shows you the read from file if you have an app of some sort. I can't quite edit it as easily. And so this is how you import right away, and there's so little friction here, but I was surprised how seamless it was. You just hit import, then you click Streamlabs, and so if you're wondering how to do it, this is how you do it. Once you hit import, it will show you all your scene collections from Streamlabs, all of their names. So mine's already in there. That's what you do. You check it off, hit import. So mine's there. So you just go ahead, you click whatever the name it is. If it's copies, it'll be underscore if you did it multiple times. So you just click. It even tracks your animations. And within the animations, as you can see, sometimes you can get it working, but sometimes the text won't be off. You can try to get it working, which is fine with the animations. And I think what tripped up some people, I didn't have a problem with it. But a lot of people don't realize that you must edit the canvas size so that it just tracks. Just put in your browser source, then immediately, boom, you have all of the overlay just how you wanted it. You can more quickly edit things with the overlay. However, I know some people are a little apprehensive and don't like editing things in the web app or through a browser. With a browser or through a browser, there's some friction there. However, there's a lot of quality life features with OBS-studio, minus that one pro or con, however you want to list it. For instance, with OBS-studio, you can very easily select layers, as you can see. I don't know of a way on Streamlabs OBS except digging through your sources that you can easily select layers. Another thing that you could see is I will share my specs here, but I have an i7 8700K at 1080. I have an NVMe Western Digital Black 3000 megabytes per second read write, just about, give or take a little bit there. It's not the 1500, it's the 3000. I have a gigabit connection, and this is how long Streamlabs is taking with its clunky UI a little bit here. As you can see, it's still going. I ran it as administrator mode, and so that's how long it took. I even sped it up there, and look at OBS-studio with my import. Boom, it's up. Running as administrator. I just click yes right there, and OBS-studio is up with my Streamlabs overlay. And so back to Streamlabs, you can easily duplicate your scene collection. You can delete all the sources. You can delete all the sources and group. You just have to regroup them, and you can get rid of all of these extra overlay settings, and you'll just have one. You'll just have one here. So that's what I did here. This is me talking now. So I just have one here, and this is the alerts are here, my new alerts. I imported some and I customized more. And then, and so all of my labels are right here. And I think that there's some friction where people won't know that you can just open this up right through StreamElements, and you can just edit. There's more things you can customize. There's more settings you can customize. And I think another quality of life feature that could happen with StreamElements is perhaps maybe the import button could be more prominently featured on the left-hand side. There could be one that pops out both on the web app and through the extension that also pops out the web page, because theoretically it would be quicker and less resource intensive. And then anyone who's using this as a tutorial, just to give you some value propositions for StreamElements and why I personally am choosing it, is there are many great features that you can set your stream apart from others to make them look different. You can edit lots of new and exciting engagement items that are not available on Streamlabs. And what I don't like about Streamlabs the most, probably, as you can see, they have a Prime. The Prime used to be, I think, $19.99, and now it's $13.99, I believe. And I know people who have been baited into buying this, and as you can see, there's only a few dozen overlay items. So in my recommendation, I would suggest, instead of spending money on what would become, a yearly subscription of $119 or more, what I would suggest is, and what's nice of StreamElements to do, is they have right here, right on Fiverr, to set your stream apart for less than $100. There's some for $20, $15, $10. For $10 you can get some custom made items to set your stream apart, where you don't have a few dozen things, you don't have a clunky UI, and you can easily edit all in one page your items. And so, this is $35. Instead of spending what would become $100 or just a few months, but without having earned any revenue, instead of giving Streamlabs money, you could invest in something pretty awesome right off Fiverr, like a Stinger transition or something like that. And then another thing that I would just like to touch on, in case you're not aware, other than the subscription, as far as I know, Streamlabs does take a cut from all the tips. They also have this thing where I've personally been goaded into buying this just for shits and giggles, but with all your tip on if you have Streamlabs, they tack on, if you want to try to add any gifts or things like that, they'll tack on a whole nother $6 to your donation for Streamlabs Pro, just to add a GIF or something like that. I personally think that there needs to be less friction, and $20, $5 can be the difference of, a smaller streamer that wants to keep pursuing streaming and socializing and, contributing. Not having made any revenue, getting goaded into these redundant overlays, a clunky UI, and then having to tack on $6 and then losing $20 before you might even be able to make any revenue is a little disheartening, I think. I think that's a little too much friction. If you're pursuing the Streamlabs side, I would highly recommend sticking with OBS-studio and StreamElements for its higher utility and customizability, because, it's just not right to throw down, $15 down the drain and then $16 down the drain, when that could really motivate, smaller streamers to continue streaming. And I hope that helps. If you have any other suggestions, please let me know if I missed something, and in the comments, or DM me on Discord, and you know how to find me. Have a good one.